and welcome to yet another exciting episode of Action Reaction. Today we have the ultimate big baddie. Today we have the Darkseid. Now, before we start the review, I would just like you to share some love. Please like this video, please share this video with your friends, and please go ahead, subscribe to the channel and click the bell notification for more awesome content. What we have today is the Injustice version of Darkseid. Whew. I just got a chance to look at the Zack Snyder's Justice League and I was pleasantly surprised that this guy had a lot of screen time as compared to what I was assuming it would be. So that was a very plus, and I receiving this figure, that's like a golden opportunity for me to review this guy. So this Darkseid is not the comic equivalent, but this Darkseid belongs to a video game that was created called as Injustice. I'll have all the details related to the Injustice in the description, so please go ahead and check the description for more relevant information on this version of Darkseid. Now, without further ado, let's call out my buddy Dean to remove this guy out of his packing. Now, just in terms of our boxing, this is like a very big box. As you can see, it has that figure of Darkseid, the head portrait of the Darkseid. This belongs to Storm Collectible. I never had a chance to actually go ahead and collect any of their products, but since this was the only Darkseid that was going around, I just went ahead and got it. Now, it also comes with a brilliant backdrop. I can use this while actually, posing this particular Darkseid. So I'm just going to keep it in the background. So I'll just close this particular thing out. Yeah, if you can see, a full-scale portrait of Darkseid. All the relevant information. I would have this taken out and put right now. Various ways we can sort of, customize this particular figure. That has been brilliantly shown over here. And again, just a normal side. But again, a very normal box for what I would say. It is very in line with what I was expecting with the McFarlane toys. This comes at a slightly higher price point, but still, in terms of this box, so I'll go ahead and give this particular box a 0.75. And not like there is nothing great about this box. This box in itself is very great. I think 0.75 is good for this. Now let's get this box out of our way and bring in Darkseid, and I'll sort of remove him from his packaging, entire assembly that we get for this particular Darkseid. So let's go ahead and remove. Oh, oops. So this has come out to be pretty secure and it just dropped down. So let's see if this guy stands on his 2 feet out of the box. And with little bit of difficulty, I think he should. Yeah, he did. So, an excellent figure. Let's get down with the details. Now here's the Darkseid out of his box, and he comes with a lot of accessories. But just to give you sort of the size that we are talking about, so this is our general 7-inch Todd McFarlane toys, and this guy towers over him. Let me just adjust my camera view to show you. Yep. So I believe this guy is at least going to be 10 inches or more than that. I can effectively say he's more than 10 inches, somewhere in the range of maybe 11 inches or something. So probably just shy of a foot. So he is extremely huge, which is what I love. A Darkseid needs to be bigger. He needs to be towering over Batman, over Superman. So he would be an excellent sort of companion when I keep it with the display of my McFarlane toys. So I'll remove the Batman out of the way. Now let's talk about the accessories that this guy comes in, and they are a lot. So first of all, let's talk about the hands. So he comes with the by default closed fist that we can see in this particular figure, and he comes with 3 additional pair of hands. First is our in general open hands. Here they are. Nice. This is the first pair of hands. The second pair of hands, which is very similar to Superman taking his first flight. So again, a right and a left. The third and the final pair of hands, or the additional accessories hands, that comes to be sort of like him grabbing somebody, and these are like, I mean, if we look at the quality, these are like plastic. I mean, if I compare it with any additional hands that McFarlane Toys or Marvel Legend puts in, they are sort of like hard, but these are very soft. I'm not sure if he will be, if I put sort of Superman's head over here, if he'll be able to grab it comfortably. I'm not sure, but we'll know more about it when we are actually posing this guy, or when I get a chance to actually photograph this guy. But I mean, in terms of accessories, they have left nothing unturned. So 3 separate pair of hands. The default head is much of a neutral looking head. That's nice. And what it comes with is a yelling Darkseid with emphasis. If you look at his eyes, I mean, yeah, those are the Omega beams just ready to pop out. This is nice. Next head sculpt is again sort of pissed off Darkseid. He's grinning, he is mad, he wants to break or destroy his opponents. That is the kind of head. One with his eyes having just released the Omega beams, they are beaming, they are burning. So this is like so these sort of are very similar head sculpts. If you look, they are very similar with the exceptions of the Omega beams coming out of his eyes. So again, an excellent head sculpt. And the final piece of accessories that we have are the actual Omega beams. So if you can see them, so this can be used only with this head, wherein this guys pop out. So let me pop out. So this is not sculpted, this is removable. So once I remove them, probably this is where I put those. This is how it is. Or is it like this? Oh, this is like this way. Oh, now it goes in perfect. So here he is shooting the famous Omega beams. Now the question is, can they sort of sustain? So here it is completely. This is nice. So now that we have done with our accessories, let me tell you, I am impressed with the accessories. Now let's have a look at the figure. So again, this is going to be a very huge figure, so I have to keep it at a distance. I'll just turn it around for you to sort of look at completely. Wow, this is a nice figure. I mean, I am impressed with the color scheme that they have chosen. This is really nice. Wow. Okay, so let's get in detail with the design. Let's go to the head. So Darkseid always comes with a protective headgear that comes in. So this is something this is an interpretation from his comic, from the game Injustice, and I think they have done it brilliantly. If you see, they have more or less captured the essence of Darkseid. If you see his head, it has those red eyes. Darkseid always has glowing eyes. In the latest movie, Zack Snyder's Justice League, they were sort of yellowish orange in nature. Here they are sort of metallic red, which is nice. Then Darkseid always has rough skin, which has been shown tremendously over here. If you can see, all the cracks, all the crevices in his face, they are done very well. His nose, everything looks fine. Yeah, so this is one hell of a head sculpt. I absolutely like it. Now we come down to his body armor. You see a Omega. Now this is what I've seen even in Zack Snyder's Justice League. The Omega for some reason is inverted. As you can see, we have a dark blue shade that flows over the armor, and that turns into a purplish indigo color. I think this is purple, so that's very well articulated. I wouldn't say articulated, that's very well designed. His armor looks spot on, and this is soft plastic, which will help him, which will help with our posing capability. So I'm very happy with that. And then his bare arms, you can see the veins that are popping out over here. And again, the skin texture that's on his head, that's on his neck, has been effectively carried on over here. So he's more or less, if you owe the Marvel's Thing figure, the rocky texture, that's what the Darkseid is. And here we come down to his gloves. This is something that's sculpted onto the body. This is something that's movable, and that comes with a glove, and again a very normal looking glove. So I mean, it does its job. Then the armor is the major selling point of this particular figure. I'll just give you a back view. Look at this. Look at the detail that have been put in, and again, even this is soft. And again, since they have used a soft rubber, that's very good. This is what I have been complaining with Star Wars figures or Marvel Legends. We should be using soft plastic because that helps with the posability. And again, if you see at the left hand, the exact same pattern has been repeated. If you look at this, so no fancy stuff, no detailed designing that has been done. But I think Darkseid doesn't need. He is raw, he's gritty, he's a complete badass. He doesn't need to be. He doesn't need to look beautiful. His, just looking at him, drives terror into the hearts of his opponents, and that's how it is. So no designing or such, but whatever minimum design they have put in, I think that does justice to this figure. We come to his legs. So here we have his trunks that are detailed. If you see this pattern over here, so there is a normal cloth that's over here, and again I believe this is sculpted right on the figure with some dots to give, I do not know, maybe to flow air or something, I'm not sure. And again, if we come to the knee pads, very simple, very elegant is what I'll say. He's the Lord of Apocalypse. That is a rough planet. I'll just put the picture of Apocalypse right now. If you look at it, that's a raw, barren world, and that's how the Lord of Apocalypse needs to be. So we come down to his boots. Yep, they are sort of mixed in with his knee guard, and they come in. They occupy most of his leg piece, and I think that's fine. Yep. So again, very basic level of detailing that has been done. So I think overall, when it comes to Darkseid, they have done a good job, and I'm happy with this. So in terms of designing, with the accessories that they have provided, with taking into consideration the way that I can actually put out Omega beams on his eyes, that really earns a point. So I'm going to go with a 2.5 for the designing aspect of this particular figure. Here is the Towering Hulk back in his corner. Now that we have taken care of the design aspect of it, let's see how well he articulates. So we go to his head. He turns left, turns right. He goes not that much down, and even if he goes a bit down, it doesn't retain its step. It goes up. So I think this is his normal stance, and it goes completely around. So it opens this much. He goes in a complete 90. His hand turns around completely, which is good. He also has a bicep curl, I'm assuming, which turns around completely. His hand, let's see. Yeah, it goes more than 90 degree. Does it extend out? No, it doesn't. But I think it's a double jointed arm. So it goes on completely here. So I think it's better than 90 degree. Yeah, so it's good. And I mean, look at the amount of muscle that they have put in his bicep. So probably it could go in, but this is limiting his ability. So this is nice. And if we come down to the hand goes completely around, and it comes, these pieces, they just come out very easily. So if these pieces come out very easily, I'm not sure I should be happy or I should be concerned. Do let me know in the comments, should I be happy or should I be concerned? So again, his hand comes in a bit, goes out a bit, so that's good. So he has a chest articulation. I'll just hold his waist, and this is how much he goes up, and this is how much he goes back. So I wouldn't say there is a lot of flexibility in his chest articulation. See if he can crouch. Okay, it does a good crouch. This is how much he goes on his left. This is how much he goes on his right, which is very decent. And he completely turns around. So that's nice. This is a very huge figure. So it comes, oh my gosh. I am just in a roll. Oh, if you look at this, this is also like soft plastic. So probably this is going to have excellent posing capabilities. In terms of his leg, this is how much it comes. And yeah, it does a complete split. It turns around also. This is how much it goes back. So this is nice. Now let's take a look at his knee. Here he doesn't have any thigh articulation. Darkseid doesn't need a thigh articulation. So let's see. No. What, am I doing it incorrectly? Not really sufficient movement in this. Yeah, this is how much it goes back. Let's have a look. This look like double jointed knees, but they are not doing that. Oh, this one does it. I'm not sure why this guy is not doing it. Is it because it's stuck over? So, oh, why? Why wouldn't it do it over here? Oh, here it is. Yeah, it was just stuck. Yeah. So I think it's brilliant. It does it. It does it 90 degree. He doesn't completely, but you can see. Yeah, he does reaches his back. It's just like his knees won't do it a justice, but overall the figure is very nimble. If you can see, his leg comes out a lot, due to which he can touch his back. So yeah, they have taken care of articulation over here. So finally we come to his leg. So this is how much it goes down. This is how much it goes up. It has a very limited side-by-side swivel. Yeah, and it also has this toe articulation is what I'll say. So that's nice. So I think in terms of articulation, this figure, even for its towering size, is extremely nimble. So I think in terms of articulation, we have a base point of 2. I'll go as high as 1.75 for this. I think the only problem is his head. So now let's go ahead and see the availability, some history of Darkseid, and also the posing capabilities of Darkseid. Now this particular version of Darkseid was released in 2020. Based on that, this figure is very easily available. So in terms of availability, I'm going to give this an entire 2. Now Darkseid is ranked very high when it comes to greatest comic book villains of all time, as high as number 6 by IGN. But in my books, there is no bigger threat than him in any comic universe. Darkseid is the tyrannical ruler of Apokolips, a sadistic, aggressive and merciless tyrant who has invaded and conquered multiple worlds throughout the entire multiverse. As the god of tyranny, Darkseid's ultimate mission is to enslave all the things to his will using the anti-life equation. He also rules over a court of equally twisted and sadistic individuals and commanding an army of mindless parademons who obey his every whim. Now, if he is so strong and diabolical, can Darkseid be defeated? Yes, sure, why not? But destroyed? Never. As long as the evil exists, the god of evil will always find a way to return and attempt to spread his tyrannical rule over all who live. On Apokolips, there is only one key thing every subject must understand about their ruler. There is simply Darkseid. There is nothing else. Now there is an age-old question: who would win, Thanos or Darkseid? If Thanos is Marvel's ultimate villain, Darkseid represents the same for DC Comics. Thanos is an ultimate adversary, but there are pure guns, pure cosmic threats bigger than him. He becomes a threat only when he wields the Infinity Gauntlet. That's not true about Darkseid. Darkseid and his Omega beams does more than that. However, if you couple him with the anti-life equation, Darkseid wins the fight. Also, just to know, Thanos is just a rip-off of Darkseid. So, there is only one, Darkseid. Now you have already seen some of the poses that this guy can pull off. It is mind-blowing. The figure of this size can do those poses easily. So in terms of posing capability, I am gonna give him a 1.75, which roundabouts his total score to a handsome, well-earned 8.75 out of 10. If you're looking for that ultimate Darkseid in your collection, I believe this may be it. And again, even though it's an Injustice version of Darkseid, still he is Darkseid. And in terms of multiverse, there can be hundreds of iterations of your favorite characters, but there will always be one Darkseid in the multiverse. Do visit the description for all the relevant links about Darkseid, this version or any other version. Well, that sums up the review for Darkseid. So, until we meet again, this is Ash, and thank you for being part of this journey. See you with my next video. Bye.